Good evening. My presentation is about reading British Dial Caliper with 1000th inch graduation. As you see here, we have two scales in this dial caliper. The first scale is the main scale, which is on the main bar, and we have another scale. It is inside this dial, and as you see inside the dial, there is a mention to the value of the resolution or the precision. It is 1000th inch, and the distance between these two lines means that if we open the caliper so that the pointer moves from one line to the adjacent line, the caliper is opened by a value of 1000th inch. So first, let's understand the scale on the main bar or the main scale. As you see below here, we have here line number 0 inch, and we have here line number 1 inch or 1 complete inch. So this distance on the main scale represent 1 whole inch. And if you count for the partitions for this 1 inch, you will count 10 partitions. So each simple partition here is equal to 1/10 of an inch. So again, this is the distance of 1 inch. The 1 inch on the main scale is divided into 10 partitions. So the distance between two adjacent lines or one partition is simply 1/10 of an inch. So this value is 1/10 of an inch. So now we can understand how to read these lines on the main scale. For example, this line is line 1/10 of an inch. This line is 2/10 of an inch, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. This line is line number 1 inch. This line is line number 1.1 inch. This is 1.2, etc. So this is the way how to read the lines on the main scale graduation. Now we should understand how to read the lines inside the dial scale. Again, as you see here, if you count for the number of partitions or number of divisions for this scale inside the dial, you will count 100 divisions. And regarding the distance for two lines or two adjacent line is simply 1000th inch. So if the pointer makes one full rotation, how much the value of the caliper opening? Simply we can multiply the total division, which is 100, by the value of the resolution, which is 1000th inch. So the value is simply 1/10. So if you open the caliper so that the pointer makes full rotation, the caliper will open by a value of 1/10 of an inch. Regarding the way how to read the lines of the dial scale, simply any line is read as a multiple of 1000th. For example, line number 1 represent 1000th inch. Line number 2 represent 2000th of an inch, etc. For example, line number 7, this line on the dial, represent the distance of 7000th of an inch. This line, which is line number 44, it is simply 0.044 inch. This line, which is line 79, is read as 0.079 inch. Regarding the reading of the main scale, we consider this edge, which is the edge of the sliding part, as a reference. So we will check for the last line on the main scale before this edge. Let's understand these concepts by reading this caliper. As you see here, this is the edge of the sliding part, and the last line appears on the main scale is this line, and this line is simply line 1/10 of an inch. So the main scale reading is 0.1 or 1/10, and as the total reading contains 3 decimal places, it is better to make all the reading in 3 decimal places. So 1/10 is the same as 0.100 of an inch. So this is the reading of the main scale. So this is the first reading. Regarding the second reading, which is the reading of the dial scale, as you see here, the pointer is aligning completely with line number 36. So line number 36 is read as 0.036 of an inch. Now we can sum up these two values. So the total reading of this dial caliper is simply 0.136 of an inch. So this is the reading of this dial caliper. Let's see this example here. Again, in order to read the main scale, we consider this edge to be the reference. So as you see here, the edge exceeds this line, and you can simply make sure for this if you look for the location of the pointer, reference to the 0 line inside the dial pointer. Inside the dial, this is the pointer. It exceeds the 0 line. So in this case, we are sure that the edge exceeds the third tenth, which is 0.3. But see that we have here a 1 full inch. So regarding the full inches, we have 1 inch. And regarding the tenth of an inch, we have 0.3. So 0.3. And as I have said, it is better to make each reading to be in 3 decimal places. Now the third reading is the reading of the dial scale. As you see, the pointer is aligning with line number 4. So line number 4 is read as 0.004. So now we can sum up these 3 values. So the total reading is 1.304 inch. So this is the reading of this dial caliper. Let's have another example here. As you see here, the edge exceeds this line, and this line is line number 1 inch. So we have 1 full inch. So this is the 1 full inch. And regarding the tenth of an inch, we don't have any tenth of an inch. So you can simply add 0. And regarding the dial reading, as you see, the pointer is aligning with line number 24. So line number 24 is simply read as 0.024. So the total of these 3 values is simply 1.024 24 of an inch. So this is the reading of this dial caliper. Let's see this caliper here. The last line on the main scale is this line. So we don't have any complete inch. So regarding the complete inch, we have 0. And regarding the 10th of an inch, we have 0.3. And we can simply add 2 zeros right to the 3. And regarding the dial reading, the pointer is aligning with line number 83. So line number 83 is read as 0.083 of an inch. So now you can add these two values. So the total reading for this dial caliper is 0.383 inches. So this is the reading of this dial caliper. Let's see this example and take care for this example. As you see here, regarding the edge, in order to read the main scale, we are not sure for the location of the edge reference to this line. And this line is line number 1 inch. In order to understand for the location of the edge reference to this line, we refer to the location of the pointer reference to the 0 line inside the dial scale. As you see the dial, the pointer is not reaching yet the 0 line of the main or the dial scale. So now we can make sure that the edge does not exceed line number 1 inch. So in this case, we should read this line. So again, we don't have any full inches here. Regarding the 10th of an inch, we have 0.9. So 0.900. And the second reading is the dial reading. As you see, the pointer is aligning with line number 95. So line number 95 is read as 0.095. So if you add these two values, you'll get the total reading. It is simply 0.995 of an inch. So this is the reading of this dial caliper. See that we can simply reach the reading of complete 1 inch by moving or opening the caliper more so that the pointer aligns with line number 0. So in this case, we reach the reading of 1 inch. So as you see here, the readings by using this dial caliper, it simply contains 3 decimal places, and regarding to the third decimal place, it is simply it could be 0 or 1 or 2 up to 9. Let's see this example here. See that here we have 1 full inch. So we have 1 complete inch. And regarding the 10th of an inch, this is the last line before the edge of the sliding part. So this line is line 0.5. So 0.500. And regarding the reading of the dial, the pointer is aligning with line number 67. So it is read as 0.067. So the total here is 1.567 of an inch. So here we have many options. One of these 5 option is correct and the rest are wrong. So the correct answer is answer number B. So it's 1.567 of an inch. Let's see this question here. And here we have the options. So as you see here, we have 2 complete inches. So we have 2.000 inch. And regarding the 1/10 of an inch, see that we should read the first line after the 2 inch, because the edge of the sliding part doesn't exceed the second line, and simply you can check for the location of the pointer reference to the 0 line inside the dial scale. So you should read the first line after the 2 inches. So this line is simply line point 0.100 inch. And regarding the dial reading, the pointer is aligning with line number 94. So 0.094 inch. So the total of these 3 values is 2.194 inches. So here we have 5 options. As you see here, the last option, which is option E, is the correct one. Let's see this question here. And here we have 5 options. One of these 5 options is correct. So we have a complete 3 inches. So we have 3.000 inches. And regarding the 1/10 of an inch, we should read this line. So the second line after the 3 inch is line 0.200. And the third reading is the dial reading. The pointer is aligning with line number 59. So it's 0.059. So the total of these 3 values is 3.259 inches. So the correct option is option number B. So this is B, 3.259. This is another question here. And here we have 5 options. See that you can obsolete or cancel some options directly, because the reading of this dial caliper is greater than 4 inch and less than 5 inch. So this option is incorrect. This option B, we are not aware. Regarding C, we can easily omit this option. And regarding the last 2 options, we should check for them. So we have a complete 4 inch. So we have 4.000. And regarding the 1/10 of an inch, as you see, the edge of the sliding part exceeds line number 9 after the 4 inch. And simply you can check for this by looking at the location of the pointer reference to the 0 line inside the dial scale. It is right to the 0 line. So we should read line number 9. So line number 9 is read as 0.900. And the reading of the dial is simply 0.000. 4.05. So if you add these three values, you will get the reading, which is 4.905 inches. So the option D is the correct option. So this is the way how to read the two scales of the dial caliper, which is graduated in inch with a 1,000th of an inch resolution. Thanks a lot for your watching. Goodbye.